Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a lovely edition of Grown Women Gaming, Volume 76, the All E3 edition. And today we have a special guest. Apparently, we scooped her up during E3, and we brought her home with us.
We kidnapped her, yo.
We kidnapped her. Our lovely Mad Queen, Miss State of Decay. What's up, Mad Queen?
Hey, what's going on, ladies? You? I'm good. I'm still recovering. I'm tired. My body's sore. I'm just ready to kind of stretch out, but I'm glad to be here on the show with you guys.
Oh, thank you for coming through. And then, of course, our lovely ladies. First up, we got Delilah.
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be back.
Yes. And then, of course, Miss Lady.
Hello, good morning, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, officially now, and I miss y'all guys. I miss y'all. I miss look. I ain't talking about you, Delilah. I'm talking about the chat.
My bad.
Already? No, I miss interacting with the chat, playing my video games and stuff. So it's so glad to be back into the rhythm of things for a while. So welcome, everyone.
Yes. Oh, well, before we get into E3, everybody came home at different times. Did anybody have time to play something after they got back from E3?
I tell you what, I played Rainbow before I went to E3, and then I went to E3 and played Rainbow, and then I went back home, and the first game I played was Rainbow, so.
Well, for me personally, I didn't really get a chance to play anything. I'm still in vacation recovery. So yeah, no, I mean, I just been in chill mode trying to get things together. So.
What about you, Mad Queen?
I've been recovering, trying to write up some scripts for my E3 coverage over on YouTube, and for some reason I sat down and decided to stress myself out with Ori for about an hour, and then I was like, okay, I'm over it. I shouldn't be putting this much pressure on myself after such a long week. But other than that, yeah, just kind of in chill mode.
Yes, and I, of course, I tried a little bit of Division again, and somebody had me playing Halo Wars 2 last night. And a Warframe, so that's what I got back and jumped back into.
Nice.
I know, right? So first of all, before we even get into E3, because all of us, even though we went together and we hung out, we always like did different things. So before we get into exactly what they is, I want everybody to list exactly what you did at E3. Like which briefings did you go to? Which did you actually go to the E3 conference, the actual expo? Or did you like me, leave early?
Spoo.
I know, right? I'm sorry. My kids love me though,
Oh, blame it on the kids. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna blame it on the kids. But I'll start. That way I go ahead and get mine out of the way since I probably had the shortest. I went to the Microsoft briefing, I went to Bethesda, and I went to the Blacks in Gaming Ubisoft Mixer. And then hung out with the rest of the ladies.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll go
ahead. Go.
So for me, like, I kind of had a similar thing. I went to the, we had the little party, the Welcome to E3 party at Spire. That was dope. And then the next day we went to the Xbox briefing. After that, went to the Bethesda briefing. And yeah, I mean the expo, I got at least attend 2 days of the expo and eat some pretty good food in between to kind of sum it up. But yeah, it was fun.
Okay. For me, we had the thing at Spire 73. I was with that thing right there, and then I was at FanFest, so I was at the Xbox briefing, and then what was it, Bethesda, and then we had I had went to the showcase that you can play the games firsthand before everybody else does. Right. I went to the expo. Oh, I went to the Simpsons panel.
Oh yeah, I was in that one too. The Simpsons.
That shit was hilarious. That little reel with 10 minutes, all them clips of the Simpsons with the video games, it was hilarious. And yeah, I've been around the floor. That's all.
Around the floor. Like for me, like I forgot to mention that I also sat in on the Xbox panels. They did one about around the Elite controller and also about the new studios. And I actually got to ask a question during the one with the studios. So it's pretty dope. And you can find that video on YouTube.
Great. All right, MadQueen.
Yeah, I hit up the Spire thingy, and it was a lot of fun. And then the next day, I had to roll myself out of an alcoholic-induced coma.
Yo, girl, you didn't even know.
I had to roll myself out the bed and try to make it over to the presentation. I was not a part of FanFest, so I kind of had to finesse my way in by way of overflow line. And so I was able to get into the nosebleeds at the Xbox presentation, which was beautiful. I mean, I was still able to see everything just like last year, and it was a great experience with Miss for the World. And then after that, prepared for Tuesday. And Tuesday, I kind of walked around the expo and tried to get my hands on as many things as possible. I hit up the Simpson things with Lady. I came a little late, but Simpsons not really my thing, so I was kind of like falling asleep up there in the nosebleeds. I was like,
that was a good place to take a nap. That was a good place to take a nap.
It was nice and cold inside too. I was like, okay, this is fine. It's a little break. Other than that, I tried to watch some stuff for the Coliseum before I headed out each morning of the expo. So I watched the CD Projekt Red thing. And a few other things at the Coliseum. And other than that, that's it.
All right. So, again, all of our experiences are different. So, I don't know how to say it. I just want to, what was your top 5? Like, not an announcement necessarily, but your top 5 experience out of the entire week. What was one of the best things that you... Keep it clean, lady. Keep it clean.
Okay, I'll keep it clean.
Okay, your best top 5. It don't necessarily have to be a game announcement, but it could be like something that you did during this E3 that you would like to share.
Dang, man, I guess for me, man, like at the Spire, that was definitely fun. I had a Long Island, and I had got the one with the double shot.
Oh my God!
I mean, so normally, how you drink a Long Island, right? You drink a Long Island, and it just have you kind of nice and mellow, right? Man, that double shot had me. I was scared to like stand and walk, like, 'cause it was just so heavy. But it was cool to just kind of see everybody and see the, I call them factions at this point. Different podcasts and different groups and things like that. Everybody, a lot of people in the Xbox community showed up. So it was pretty nice to kind of just see everybody. That was a highlight of my E3, definitely. But like most of them mentioned, trying to get up after that the next morning was a little bit rough. Good thing I left a little bit early to go get CHAREECE into the room, so that helped me a little bit sober up. But but that was fun. And I said, you said 5 things, right? So
5.
The next thing was playing Bleeding Edge, because you guys know me, I'm not big on the MOBAs, I'm not big on the Overwatches and things like that. But this game was a little bit different. It has more melee combat, so it really caught my eye, my attention, stood out to me. So that's definitely another highlight. Bleeding Edge. Let's see what else. Oh, for breakfast. We went to this place called what was it?
Poppy and Rose.
Yes, Poppy and Rose for breakfast was so lit. I mean, the food was amazing. Shout out to LBOOGIE for being the plug on that.
All the food.
Good.
Yeah.
She knew all the spots, so it was dope. And so I had like the chicken and waffles. And that joint, it just set my day off right. Like it just, it had me good. Let's see. Oh, somebody mentioned that our condo looked dope. Yes, the spot we had was was nice. I mean, I like that it was pretty convenient for us. So I guess that would be highlight number 4. I mean, it's and number 5 would have to be, oh man, just hanging out with my girls and hanging out with the community in general. I mean, it's hard to put the totality of all of that is hard to kind of, put it in words, because it's so involved, and it stretches across a series of days, and so it's pretty cool. And to me, it just caps off the entire experience, because each moment is different. Whether you're going lunch with different people, whether you're meeting developers, whether you're talking about certain games and people sharing their opinions on certain things. So yeah, I would say the entire E3 experience is something that I look forward to every year, and so yeah, that would be my number 5. It's just, I had an amazing time. I always have a great time when I go. So.
Sweet. Who next?
Let's go with the guest.
Oh, MadQueen.
Gonna catch me out there, huh? Okay,
Yep.
okay. I would say that my first highlight of E3 is getting a chance to cosplay for the very first time ever.
Oh my God! And I missed it.
You missed it.
I did.
You missed it.
I did. I went as my girl Clementine from the Telltale's The Walking Dead series. One of the most iconic characters in a storytelling-based game, in my opinion, because The Walking Dead is just my thing. And yeah, I mean, it was just great walking around and kind of having people look and like, oh, I love your cosplay. Oh, you look great. And, just after putting in a little bit of work to make it happen, to look the part, to put on the makeup, and having people appreciate it, that just felt great. So it won't be my last time. I don't know what I will do next year, but I definitely want to continue to try to cosplay at least, once on the days at either E3 or any other convention that I end up going to. My second best experience is probably the Spire and Casey's Bar. It was just a lot of fun meeting a lot of new faces and people that I've never met before, and everybody being so friendly and open to a newcomer like myself. Last year I was kind of solo dolo. While I met up with the ladies, I was still kind of on my own. This year it felt good to kind of meet new people. Number 3 is, meeting everyone, taking photo ops. I got a chance to meet one of my top supporters, Mr. Jazzy Noop. I'm pretty sure he's out there in the chat. I don't have it up, but shout out to Jazzy. I got to meet him for the first time. He's always in my videos, always in my chat, and I really appreciate his support. So it was great meeting him. And on top of that, just other people that I see a lot on Twitter. Of course, the ladies of Grown Woman Gaming. I think I ran into Angel Face Don't Give a Fuck. Ran into Run JD Run. That's one of my favorite YouTubers. The guys over there at Iron Podcast, as well as GRG. So yeah, it was just a good time meeting up with all these people. Some that I've met before and some that I haven't. Number 4 is probably checking out Double Fine and the Psychonauts 2 booth. I had not heard much about them before, but the dev team was there at the booth. They were super, super welcoming. When you go in to watch the demo for Psychonauts 2, they kind of catch you up on what happened in the previous game. And I didn't know much about them outside of that. They made Gang Beasts. I don't know if you guys play that game. It's super funny. It's like a little silly party combat game. You have to try to knock each other off the board and stuff like that. So I knew that they made that, but I had no idea about their previous work. So it was great, meeting with that dev team, and I was actually able to talk to one of the artists over there about what they feel about their backlog and if there's a possibility that it will come to Game Pass now that they have been acquisitioned by Microsoft and Xbox. So that was a highlight. And what is that? That's number 4. Number 5, I don't know. So one thing that I can't get out of my mind is that damn mixer tunnel shit that they had going on.
Yo, that was fun.
So Disney. I was like, what is happening in here? So
you gotta explain what that is for people at home.
Yeah, people don't know what that is. So.
They sit you down in these super low chairs. Like if you have bad knees, it's not recommended. I had to kind of struggle to get down in this little rocky chair thing. And Mixer had a dome this year, which is, I mean, it's kind of dope considering, all Twitch did was like a partner party.
Oh, which
YouTube too, like all they did was like a partner party. So it's like, Mixer's out here trying to get more people, so I feel them on that. But they had like a big dome in between the Microsoft Center and the convention center, and they even had like water sprinklers outside. I was like, okay, Mixer, they know it's hot for us. So we go in, we sit down in these little rocky chairs, and you're in this dome, and then they start playing like this 3D motion sickness inducing video about Mixer and the hype zone and stuff. So it's really for people that don't know that much about Mixer. I felt like this is so extra, but hey, Mixer, do your thing. But that was fun. Yeah, that was one thing. Oh, and actually while we were at the Mixer booth, just to add on to this highlight, LBOOGIE was in the hype zone while she was playing Apex Legends. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was a highlight. I was over there cheering, "Go Boogie!" Da, da, da. So yeah, that was great. That was an excellent highlight. And I think that's when I finally met up with you guys on the first day.
Yeah.
I think that. Yep. So that's the end of that highlight. I got to meet up with Grown Women Gaming and kick it and at the Mixer booth. So that was great.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna get the first and most important thing out the way: the experience as a whole. The people that I met, the people that called out my name on the floor, people that asked for my pictures, the pictures that I asked from people, the people that I met, the people that recognized me, the people that acknowledged Grown Women Gaming. That was the best thing ever, because not only that you go stand in line and check out these new games, you establish friendships, you handle unfinished business, you eagerly get excited to meet a particular person. Those experiences is better than any swag or any game release, because games come and go, but I think when you establish connections with people with your passions of video games, I think that's the bestest. I'm also another highlight for me was the new Project Scarlet for the Xbox that they talked about. As everybody knows, I still have my fat baby, so it's like I can if I really take care of this fat baby, I can get that Project Scarlet. I cannot wait for the next update and see what they will be able to bring. As long as it looks good to me, you know what I mean? I don't need the 8K, you know what I mean? I don't need 8K, you know what I mean? Also, Halo Infinite, I'm excited about that. I'll attach that to that. I really enjoyed that because, there's two kind of people in this Call of Duty, in this Xbox community. One that likes Gears and one that likes Halo. I like Halo. So seeing the next installment, just a little something. One of my other highlights as well is going to the Bethesda booth at the floor. For some reason, I my love for Fallout got reignited when I went to the Bethesda booth on the floor. Because mind you, last year I was talking all kinds of shit about Fallout 76, and then what they say that they're doing to improve on the game, I appreciate that. It may not be big strides, but it's a start. So me going to that booth and seeing what they're displaying, and I hit up the Bethesda store like every fucking time. Not the Ubisoft store, not the EA store, none of them stores. It's always going to be Bethesda. I'm like, ooh, a Bethesda store. And I'm looking through the screen to see what they got. They had good prices too. I was like, I got 2 bobbleheads. I'm just luck and charisma. You know what I'm saying? One of my other highlights as well, it's Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft has some space there on the floor. You know what I mean? And I like that. But I was surprised when I first came in. That was like, I walked to the convention, to the right it was Rainbow Six. I'm like, what? I'm just bouncing my ass to the line because I knew it was Rainbow Six Siege, and everybody know I've been on. It's like crack, man. I just really like that game. So for them to be on the floor was awesome. played the new updates, talked to a couple of devs. You know, I'm trying to get my name out there in this particular game. So I wish I had business cards, but I did not. But I didn't know they were going to be there. And as far as experience is concerned, I went swimming, man. It was worth it. I had my hair right on Friday and Saturday. But by Monday night, it was a hot mess. I'm looking for gel and rubber bands. I'm like, I haven't been swimming in so long. And for me to actually go swimming felt good. It felt good. And I had a little picnic, and I went and brought some snacks and some sodas and some wheat thins and some sandwiches. And it was just a great time as far as experiences are concerned.
Yeah. My top 5, honestly, one of them is the picnic. Me and Lady had a pool day. And it was awesome. It was awesome. She brought food and everything. I'm like really? So we had sandwiches. Yeah, she even brought mayonnaise and a knife to spread it with and everything. We had our crackers. Yeah, she was still in the crackers. Y'all don't eat crackers.
The place we stayed at, they had like a pool and like a hot tub.
Yeah, the hot tub was nice. And then after the pool, in our bathing suits, we walked to the store. Like, it was the craziest thing ever.
Cause I was like, yo, I need to get some gel and some bands for my hair because it's a mess now. I said, you down to go walk to the store in your bathing suit with these towels? She was like, hell yeah, I got my shoes on. So we looked like two hot messes going to, because I thought they had Apple Pay at the market
at the store, but they didn't.
I was like, you ain't got no Apple Pay.
And then we just walked out.
No Apple Pay in LA. Who would have done? You feel me?
Yeah. But
all right.
So that was one of mine. The picnic. 2, of course, if anybody who knows me, Phantasy Star Online 2 coming west. I played that game since Dreamcast, Xbox. I think I even bought it on the GameCube. So that whole list right there got me crunk. Number 3 would be, you know what? Again, hanging with my lady. When we would wake up in the morning before we got dressed, and we would just sit in there and talk and shoot the breeze and just have like the best conversations in the world. Like, we talk every day, but there's nothing like talking in person with your people.
You can see the expressions and stuff.
Yes. So that was awesome. That's number 3. Number 4.
We should have made you cook breakfast. I was like, dang, man, this should be so.
And y'all didn't want. I said, yo, make her cook breakfast for us. And you didn't. I was like,
I'll cook breakfast for y'all too.
Short, though. Let's let her enjoy herself. Let's stay short. Let's not put her to work. She just coming for a short time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cooking is not work for me, though. Especially for my family. Y'all know I love y'all. I'll cook for y'all.
I know, girl. I wanted some. I was like, yo.
I wanted some grits.
I'm telling you, you guys don't know. CHAREECE cooked me in college, okay? She kept me alive, okay? So, tell y'all.
Oh, really?
So, I was just, I was having a moment.
Y'all had a whole kitchen. Should have cooked something.
I know. We had it, like, for real. I'm married to washing clothes and doing the dishwasher, so I would have cooked.
Yeah.
So, but no, again, Scarlett, I did not expect them to, like, go ahead and officially announce it like that, but that was a surprise. I'm happy about that one. I'll give you enough time to go ahead and put some money aside just in case I want to cop that, but I'm already enjoying my egg, so I don't know if I'm gonna get it yet. And number 5, I don't even know. You know what? Korean barbecue. When we went out for Korean barbecue, when everybody's sitting there, we had like 2 or 3 tables. We was all eating, drinking, having a good time. That was a blast. That was good times.
That was year 3 of the Korean barbecue, though.
Right, that was.
Yeah.
MadQueen came
it's like
last
tradition
year.
now, so.
Oh,
yeah.
So good.
And again, LBOOGIE found that spot too, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yes, she did. Tell you, she know all the spots, man.
Yeah. Y'all text LBOOGIE if y'all want some place to eat out there.
But it's gonna cost you $5.99.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you.
So they say my mic is low. Do I sound low to you guys? Or?
Not me.
You sound high. You like loud now.
Oh God.
Daisy, we're not gonna talk about Shaquille's right now, okay?
No, we don't. No. Okay, We gonna somebody asked a question about Shaquille's towards the end, and I will tell you all about Shaquille's.
Right, yeah.
I will tell you about Shaquille's.
Oh, if for the 22 people watching right now, y'all need to go ahead and hit that like button and share it out for us. You know, help us sisters out.
And shout out to that one person with that thumbs down. You know, you're on schedule. You're on schedule today.
Yes, always.
All right. What was one thing you hated about E3? It could be anything, but you hated it. You didn't like it. You didn't care for it. Oh my God. You know what, Delilah? Just for you, you can get two. You can list two things.
For me, Battletoads and
I knew that was one.
and the other one would be Shaquille's. Man, that was a huge letdown. Shaquille's and Battletoads. That would be it.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about Shaquille's now. We're gonna slip this in here.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the grown women gaming went out for lunch. I can't even remember which briefing we left. But anyway, we were hungry.
Free food for Shaquille's trying to support the brother.
That's
and
right.
He do us like that.
Say that thing, lady. God.
Okay.
We left Bethesda now they had free food and free drinks. I said let's go to Shaquille's. Man, fucking trash.
Yeah, because we left Bethesda because it was so crowded. It would take forever for us to get drinks, and the lines were insanely long. But we were starving because like we only had donuts and like half a water for breakfast, and yeah, so we were hungry. By the time 6 o'clock ran around, we like, yo, let's get some food and we can head back up to the room. Shaquille's was right on the way, so we figured it would be a hop, skip, and jump. You know what I'm saying? We catch the lift over to Shaquille's. We all tuned up. It's beautiful on the inside, too. Nice. AC really blowing. Everybody in a good mood. We like, yo, let's grab these drinks first. Let's get these appetizers. We like, yo, we want to try a little bit of everything. So everybody's like, you get this appetizer. You get this one. I'm gonna get the sliders. You get the what was it? What was it? The fried green tomatoes?
Fried green tomatoes.
What was the other side, too? Oh, the chips and the dip. Something like that. Some little cheese dip. Oh, man, it was just... It wasn't so much that the food was bad. It was, man, everything about it was bad. I was just so pissed about the entire, because for one, because if you know Shaquille's, it's extremely expensive. I'm talking about like $50 a person to even to have a decent meal there with appetizer.
More than that.
Right.
The drink itself was like $20-something.
Right. It was crazy. So just to give you an idea, I ordered these shrimp and grits. You know, I'm thinking, okay, it's hard to mess this up, right? Like, the shrimp, you know what I mean? It is what it is. As long as the sauce is pretty on point, it's edible, you know? And then the grits has to at least be cooked, you know? But the grits came out, you know what I'm saying?
Like sand.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, the grits came, girl, you don't know the half. It almost like tastes like cornbread. The texture was like cornbread, fam. Like
yeah,
how?
Thought she had broke her tooth or something?
Yeah, she almost broke her jaw. Like, cause it's like, it was a brick underneath all of that. It had the sauce on it. The presentation was beautiful, so it looked like it was gonna taste delicious. I'm like, yo, this looks really good. And then
they gave y'all the food that they take pictures of.
Yeah. Oh man, it's not. We're not even talking about like the sliders, because the sliders. I ordered sliders, and it was like this beef brisket. Was supposed to be beef brisket type thing on a small bun or whatever, and the beef was tough. It was like eating beef jerky. Man, we just got like it's like as if our food had been sitting out for like a day, and they was like, here y'all go.
I don't know.
The only thing were burnt. They were too hard. The only thing that was good was actually no, my drink wasn't good either. I didn't like my drink.
I didn't taste it, and then it was the greens. Oh my God! You know what the worst feeling is?
Too. Oh my God!
The worst feeling is I don't have no. When it comes to like food, if it's good food, great service, I have no problem spending money.
Right. I'm the same.
But when you got shitty food and maybe I service,
and the drinks too, and your drinks ain't even on point. Like, at least get me drunk. Like, like, come on. Like, at least have your drink game on point. Don't be the food gonna be terrible. At least I mean, come on.
Yeah, I ain't never had daiquiri like that before.
Yeah,
it was.
I mean,
and then the girl, she couldn't get her order straight. She didn't know how to split a bill.
Yeah.
Like I've been a waitress before. It's not that hard, but especially with the point of sale systems they have now, it's really not that hard. So I don't know. Maybe she just wasn't trained it well.
Like that's what it felt like. It felt like she just was kind of new because she kept missing certain little things that a seasoned waitress would kind of know what to do, like our drinks and stuff. Like it was kind of different, but I didn't want to, you know me, I'm reserved. I didn't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to call nobody out.
Some of my drink, you know, so I didn't want to like bust her out and anything like that. But yeah, I said the only thing that was good, and shout out to Lady for letting us taste it, was the ribs though.
Yeah, and they brought her a whole slab of ribs almost.
I'm like, I'm not going to eat all this.
Yeah, she brought it to the picnic, y'all. She brought the ribs to the picnic, and that's what she had.
Imagine me eating poolside with a bathing suit on, eating wings, leftover wings.
That was good too.
All right. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Everybody else can get their one disappointment. Their one thing they did not like. Besides Shaquille's.
I already mentioned Battletoads, so I mean, if you want to elaborate on that, I can.
That's that. If you want to, that's up to you. You got to tell people why you give your reason.
Okay, so
you just said Battletoads. You just said Battletoads. That was it.
Okay, so you guys understand. I have a certain level of nostalgia when it comes to Battletoads. Like my brother and I, we played this game for hours on end when we were younger, right? So, like my level towards my perception and idea I have towards Battletoads is maybe different from most. Like most people don't care, like, oh, whatever, it's IP they're trying to bring back, we don't care. I care because I have like a nostalgia associated with it. So when I saw Battletoads, my heart literally dropped to my gut. I'm like, what is this? What is this game I'm looking at? This looks like some Nickelodeon Saturday cartoon kind of style. The toads look like they don't even look aggressive. They don't even look like this, because they're supposed to look, you know, straight, super aggressive, muscular, you know, thick neck. Or like, I mean, they supposed to look really tough. I look like I can thump them with my finger and they'll fall over. Like, it's just the look of it. It was just so disappointing.
It looked like one of those games. You remember you go to cartoonnetwork.com or Nickelodeon.com and you go play those games. That's what it looked like.
Exactly. That's exactly what it looked like. Well put. That's exactly what it looked like. And I'm like, what is this? I could not wrap my head around. I'm still not over it. I actually posted a rant about it this morning. I had to delete it because it's like, Delilah, you just ranting. You might want to go ahead and delete this. And I posted like 2 images of like what I expected Battletoads to look like and what we got. And it's just sad because the fans don't get to decide to make these decisions. The fans got to sit back and wait until the developer makes a decision and put the game out. And it's like, this is not a new IP. This is an existing IP. You know what these characters are supposed to look like. Like, tell me why their belts are different. Like, I don't understand that. Why they got these skinny pencil legs? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. And like their attacks, when they attack and they got special moves, they turn into different animals. It's like they're toads. They have morph abilities, but they never turn into like sharks and stuff like that, or snails and crap. Like, what is that? Like, the only thing that I liked when I played it was the racing portion of it. I thought that was really well done because it was a different perspective, kind of 3D-esque. I just wish that that racing level was like cell shaded because it felt like it didn't match the characters. But they got time to clean that up. But I'm so disappointed because I was looking forward to this game.
You should have saw her face.
Yeah, I was so, and I'm the only one cheering. I'm like, oh, Battletoads, and they had that beat going. I was like, I was in there dancing, I'm jumping, having a good time. I'm like, here we go, they're about to show Battletoads, and I couldn't say nothing else after that. I was just, the wind was just, I was like punching the chest, wind took it out of me, and that was it. My mouth was on the floor. I was just shocked. Like, this is what they decided to do. Are you kidding me? So yeah.
What about my disappointment was the Avengers.
Oh,
it was.
Yeah.
Oh man,
why would you make that game? Do you see what they look like?
See, case in point, same difference. Like,
they're kind of growing on me. I mean, I understood that they couldn't use the likeness of the people from the DC cinematic universe because they had to pay them.
They should have never made it.
That game, even though I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna play it because it's Marvel, is comics. I'm gonna get it, but
they already got your money.
Yeah, they got my money. It doesn't look this gen. It looks last gen. Like, there's indie games that looks cleaner and fresher than that game. Like, why is everything so dark? Like, we understand you at war, and I use it with quotation marks, but why is this game so dark? But should be some color somewhere. Like, Hulk looks like instead of a I guess a bright green or something. He looks like a multi green. He's not. That game is not pretty. It's just not pretty. We ain't gonna comment on the look.
Now, who's the developer for that? Who's the developer?
Square.
Oh gosh. Well, no. I thought Square was publishing it. Now, who's creating it?
Now that I do not know, because I thought it was Square. Everybody just said Square is Marvel game.
I was gonna say, because sometimes knowing the developer says a lot. Like, you know how much talent they got. Like, let's say it's like saying CD Projekt Red is doing. If CD Projekt Red is doing Avengers, then you like, oh, yeah, that gonna be fired, because you know that the developer is got the talent. Now that's why I asked that question. I'll research and find out. But.
Hold on, give me a minute. What? Somebody go on to the next one and I see if I can find out.
Crystal Dynamics. Oh, they talented.
Thank you.
They'll figure it out. I feel like they'll figure it out. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. Like, as far as Battletoads, just to kind of say this, like, I have no hope for that, because the DELILAH Studios, this one, their early games, I have no hope for it to be changed or any adjustments.
Oh damn!
So, I'm just being real. It's a wrap. I'm not buying it. Thank God it's on Game Pass.
But you want to play it though?
I'm gonna play it. Come on. The gameplay was decent. I ain't gonna front. The gameplay was decent. But I just can't get past the look. You know, it's just so. I ain't gonna go. I could talk a whole show about it. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead on.
There was this. It was this game. I forgot it was in Bethesda. It was about these two kids. I guess they were geniuses, and it was a mobile game.
Captain King.
Yeah.
Yo, this is above my age bracket, fam. I'm not doing nothing with this.
I'm gonna have to steal that. I'm so stealing that.
For real. I'm like, okay, they put a lot of marketing in that for a mobile game, and that lets you know as well that mobile games are gonna get, they're gonna step their game up, but they want this money. Yeah, that was just, I was like, man, dude, did you really needed to put that in the Bethesda conference?
They were just filling space at this point.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah, I was clueless. I was like, they were talking about a game from your past. I'm like, I never heard of the original game. Like,
right? Like, who is this?
That sound like from the 70s or something, huh?
I
used to be, because I missed that entire era.
We the 80s babies. We grew up with this. Who was the original Captain King? I didn't know. Somebody go Google that for us.
That was like, as soon as I saw them bright lights in the animated, and I knew it was above my age bracket, I just turned the fuck off. I was like, it wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. What did you do? But game wise, what about ladies? What did you guys enjoy? Like, what was something that caught your eye as far as games is concerned?
For me, it's two that stood out to me like the most. Like, kind of just shocked me because they were new. They weren't like they were existing games. Of course, I enjoy Gears, but just to put that out there. But Bleeding Edge, I mentioned that earlier, and then this game called Scavengers.
What's Scavengers about?
It's a co-op survival horror type. Not survival horror, but it's a co-op survival game. It's dope. It's really good. Yeah. That's all I can really say about it. You use third person. You have to survive. You have to you fight. It's like a PvP, PvE type deal. It's kind of cool. So, check out videos on it. I don't
What's the name again?
Scavengers.
Scavengers.
And it's graphically, it's all dark and kind of heavy, moody, mature type game. So it's like a shooter, but it's got like a class level, like abilities and stuff like that too. Because you're trying to survive. So it's pretty neat game, which is interesting because you guys know me. I'm not really big on the multiplayer stuff like that. I'm a single player person, hence the PlayStation and all that good stuff. But Bleeding Edge is multiplayer, and Scavengers is like a multiplayer co-op game. So yeah, like I said, those were my two standouts. And also Minecraft Dungeons look fun, but I probably won't play it.
I think I'll play that for my daughter. She would probably like that. Of course, because she loves Minecraft. I don't even know.
I know we got
Ghostwire. Ghostwire.
Oh my god, that looked dope. Ghostwire.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Is it like is that? I don't. Just the little trailer that they showed at Bethesda had me had my antennas perking because I want to know why these people leaving. Who is these people?
Also, that one's what's that other game with the was it Loop?
Deathloop.
Deathloop. Oh
Deathloop.
yeah.
I like that
yeah,
for so many reasons.
Cool. I can't wait.
Yeah. That's on fire too.
There's a lot of games. There was a couple of games that had the main focus about repeating time or repeating the day.
That was Deathloop.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Right.
That was so moody. Like, oh man. Like a psychological thriller kind of thing.
That was dark. That was dark. That was very dark.
One thing that stood out to me that I did not expect, and I completely thought it was a different game, was the Blair Witch game.
Yes.
I swore up and down that was Alan Wake. I was like, oh shit.
Me too.
But I mean, it was fine that it wasn't, because no one was thinking about Blair Witch anything. That movie came out like 10 years ago or something like that. So wasn't expecting it at all, but it looks great. And a lot of what I've seen over this past week on it is, you're traveling with this dog trying to find somebody, and your dog is a part of your mechanics in the game. You tell the dog to stay, you tell the dog to go here, whatever. So it looks really interesting. And I guess another highlight was, like Delilah said, Bleeding Edge was a shocker for me, because when I saw it at the presentation, I was like, Ninja Theory. I was ready for another single player epic game, like Hellblade. I loved Hellblade. It was so nice. Wish it was longer. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for them to make another single player game. But I was surprised by Bleeding Edge. It handles well. It feels a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Not only are you playing against the enemy, but you have to, keep an eye on the environment, because I did get hit by the train and I was like, oh my God. So that was interesting. And again, another thing that shocked me as far as seeing what their creativity is like was Double Fine and the Psychonauts 2 demo.
Yeah, then just to speak on Blair Witch, the people that are making Blair Witch made Layers of Fear. So you already know
that was a good game.
Yeah, they know how to make scary stuff. So,
Charisse, you play Layer of Fear?
I watched somebody else play Layers of Fear. And I watched through my hands. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
That's me.
I'm not even gonna lie. So it makes me want to watch this game, because again, I thought it was Alan Wake and I was already hyped for that. When I saw how it all came together in the trailer, like this looks interesting. I want to know more about the story, because I'm always about the story. But I'm not gonna play it. Like, I'm gonna find somebody on Mixer, so somebody's gonna get a free lurk, and I'm gonna watch you play this game.
Yeah, I might watch Hubs play it. Let's see, because he plays those.
Yeah,
he can play them. I'm just like, I can't do it.
I was thinking about getting, because I played the first Layers of Fear, and that shit was jump scares all day. I was thinking, like, seriously getting Layers of Fear too, thinking about it. But because I needed a good scary game to play, and I haven't played a scary game in a while. So,
how do y'all do it without just dropping the controller and going?
Right, running out.
It's fight or flight, and for me, every time it's flight. Like, I just want to toss the controller and go. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I don't know, man. I've just been avoiding it. And so that Blair game, I don't know. I think that game should have came out earlier, because
to along with the movies.
Yeah, I think I do, because what Blair anything came out recently?
They might have a new movie coming that we don't know about. They just haven't.
Man, they better not remake that. They better not remake that movie.
Well, if it's done right, it could be decent. If it's done right, kind of like the It movies, like the way they redid those. I mean, I like the remakes, so they got to do it right though.
You have a Blair game, but you ain't got no Dead Space 4. Get out of here, Big Pig. I agree with this. The scariest game series is Dead Space. You know what I mean? You give me Blair.
But it wasn't interesting. Dead Space was a good series.
Why you give me Blair but not Dead Space? I mean, that's just I'm just butthurt about that. Because I don't want to rant, but I want to say it though. I think that Dead Space 4 will have a better success than that Blair game, because people may not remember the Blair Witch Project. That movie, shit, we were teenagers when that movie came out. And in order for a person to understand the game, they got to at least know a little bit about what's going on. Or it could be just a random newbie that never watched the movie and be like, look, this is too scary for me, or I don't understand what's the concept of the game because you haven't really known the movie. Yeah. Per se, with Dead Space 4, quote unquote, has a way bigger audience and a way bigger request to bring that game out. I think someone should scoop that up.
Well, EA doesn't EA owns the rights to it though?
I think so.
They own
No, the studio that made it is shut down. Vesicle, is that the name of the studio?
Yeah.
That made Dante's Inferno. Yeah, they had it.
Yeah, but I think like EA still owns the IP, so I don't think another developer. I don't think EA is going to give that game to another developer. They would have to sell the rights to another publisher. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, they need to do that because what I saw with Bethesda with that Blair game, I'm like, yo, man, this ain't even. I thought about Dead Space because I'm like, yo, I know if. You know what? I'm waiting for that to get on Game Pass.
Oh, damn.
It's like that. Okay.
Yep. Cyberpunk 2077. We finally got a release date.
Yes. Was it April 16th, 2020?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 4 days away from my favorite day of the year, so it's gonna be popping that weekend. So I already know. Yo, I'm trying to think about what I'm thinking about. What like edition do I want? I'm not getting the $250 edition. But maybe.
But it comes with everything. Like it literally has everything in it. But
does it have $250 in it?
Everything but that. Everything but that. And honestly, for $250, I might pay for him too. But it's a lot of stuff in that edition, and I'm tempted to place a pre-order on it.
That's a lot. That's $250 is a lot of money though.
Overtime, you gotta pay for it overtime.
Pay it overtime.
Yeah.
Payment too.
That's two bills.
Yeah.
That's two real like in real life bills you can pay with that.
Well, what about the Doom pre-order? Their own special edition with the helmet.
I like how they had that somebody in the audience wearing the helmet at Bethesda, and you just saw some random dude in the audience with the helmet. And they're like, "You can actually wear the helmet," because they know that we want helmets, and we gonna spend like $2 bills on an edition that has a helmet. I gotta be wearing it on the bus. On the bus.
Don't wear it on the bus, lady. Don't wear it.
Yeah.
Just wear it around the apartment. Just wear it around the house, out in the yard somewhere. Scared the cat. Don't wear it on the bus. But yeah.
MadQueen, you went to did you make it to the Cyberpunk thing? Because LBOOGIE made it, and she saw
She got the jacket. Yeah,
she got the jacket.
She got the jacket,
I'm
girl.
So jealous, my guy.
Oh, Jelly. Man, no, I got a chance to see the demo. It was good. It was good. I wanna talk about some articles that have been floating around about the demo at a later time.
There must be the same articles I read.
Well,
right, exactly. Covering, everyone knows, CD Projekt Red is a Polish development company. They're known for their Witcher series, which is about or the is really, really great. I love The Witcher 3, but it's based on like 12th century Polish lore and history, and so they have a lot of experience with Polish people and that type of culture and portraying it well in the game. In Cyberpunk 2077, they're expanding the types of people they are representing, and it's there's a question, is CD Projekt Red taking the time to be consulted properly on how they should be portraying these different races and cultures in their game, And I want to say that had I not read the article prior to going into the demo, I probably wouldn't even be thinking about it, but maybe I would. I'm not saying the demo was bad. Gameplay looked great. To me, there was just a little bit of cringe. But,
Okay, for the ones, you have to at least explain a little bit about the article. That way everybody can get an understanding exactly, because this is the exact same article that we read.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so go ahead and explain a little bit about it.
Right. So the article pretty much describes the demo down to a T in regards to who you're playing as, which is the main character, V. You're going to you're helping out a popular gang in the city. I forgot what it's called, but you're fighting against another gang in the city that are called, quote unquote, the Animals. Both sects or both gangs are of what seems to be Caribbean or Haitian descent. And so while you're going through the demo, or while the person's driving you through the demo, it's showing off all the different hacking abilities, all the ways to stealth kill people, or whatever the case. And then they go into a more harsh hands-on approach or combat approach where you're shooting, ripping people's arms off, all types of stuff. The issue was all of them were Black people or Haitian people, Caribbean people getting slaughtered and all this stuff. Now,
who are called animals, by the way. They're called animals.
They were called the Animals. I forgot what the one you're working for, I forgot what they are called. But yeah, so basically it's these hulking, brutish looking guys. All of them are Black and brown. Their augmentations are of strength, so they look really muscular. They look like what Battletoads was supposed to look like.
I got you.
So yeah, so everyone is basically Haitian. So not saying that Haitian people, Black people, or people of urban culture can't be bad guys in games. I just think that it probably needed to be put across a different way. Now, the earlier gameplay that we saw from last year, all of the folks were white. I'm not saying that CD Projekt Red is approaching it wrong. I just think maybe they should have gone around to different gangs and showing everybody that there are different types of people in this game, and it's not just slaughtering Haitian people. So I don't know. I mean, I want to see more of it. It's not a deal breaker for me. I just hope that how they responded in the article is that they did get consulting on Haitian culture and how they should be representing it throughout the game. Right. So I hope that it's true. And I'm gonna stick around and see how they handle it. I just think the demo could have gone a little bit different. Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a chance to see that. So I mean, thanks for breaking it down. So,
so I read that article too, and it was another group because I don't do multiple social medias, but on this social media, the people who they are women of color. They were basically saying they were not going to play the game because of this. It turned them off. But I didn't comment on it. I was just reading, and I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, that's not all the game, because of course, since you is a multiplayer, RPG, you could be a Black female in the game. I'm assuming anyway. God, I hope so.
Right.
So it's. I don't know, it's kind of a complicated relationship with it, because in most games, the bad guys are expendable and they're most likely people of color.
On top of that, it's not even that they were just people of color or Black people. It was also that, I don't know if this is just early game, stuff is going to change, but the AI for them was just so dumb. They're just running up, getting shot. They did like some little zippy zappy speed thing, but outside of that, they were just running at bullets. I'm like, who are they? Is there going to be some sort of cover system? Are the enemies actually going to react?
Gameplay, right?
Yeah. Okay. This is a demo of the gameplay. Someone else driving. But yeah, so I'm like, no one's going to just run face first at bullets. Are they going to have some sort of tactical, or are they truly just animals running up at something they're trying to attack, and they have no type of tactical or skill when it comes to, engaging an enemy, their enemy. They're our enemy.
Now that right there, if it depends. If that group just does that, but another group, like the white group, actually has some sense when they're, then yeah, that AI is purposely running.
If you saw the video from last year, they were up against like some robotic, and the main dude was kind of like Irish or something like that. And it was cool, but they were like robotic, and like it seemed like you had to watch out a little bit more in that gameplay that they showed last year as opposed to this one. They were just running through it like they were running around a bunch of idiots. So I think more so that got to me than them actually being Haitian people. But
yeah, that's a
we'll see. We'll see.
Like, it's not a total game turn off, but it makes you like question it a little bit.
Yeah. And I know, like I said, CD Projekt Red, they're in Poland. Half the time they don't know what the hell is going on over here, I'm sure. So, them thinking that they're being inclusive can actually turn out to be something that's a little bit more sinister without them knowing. So I don't know. I just hope that they can listen to the feedback that they're getting on it and correct it. We still have time. It's not until next year. And I honestly doubt that Keanu Reeves would be a part of something that would alienate some people or make some people feel uncomfortable. So I'm hoping that he had a choice in it, or at least saw what was going on, because he's supposed to be a main character in the game.
Yeah, he has the most lines besides the main character.
Right. So I don't see him being a part of something that would alienate people. So we'll see. Don't want to spend all our time on CD Projekt. But yeah.
Okay, well, next thing. People in the chat, go ahead and start getting ready with your questions.
I want to talk about Fallout 76 new updates, cuz.
Oh, my bad, excuse me.
No, I was going to download it because it's supposed to be free until the 17th, right?
Correct.
Tell me about it, lady.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, Fallout 76, when I was excited to get it, I was disappointed when I played it, and something reignited with me when they did those updates. One of the main updates that they said that they're going to do is put NPCs in it with possible. I think it's going to have some storylines. Am I right, Chareece?
Correct.
Okay. Correct. So we'd be able to go. No, because excuse me, it's one thing to have an NPC and not do anything, right? But
yeah,
one of the best things about the Fallout series is you can go on a main mission, go talk to some random dude or chick, and then you're off to another mission doing something else. Mm-hmm. You will be so distracted by the side missions through the NPCs, you will even forget that you have a main storyline to deal with. I think there's going to be factions in the storyline, and it's separate from the original one. So I assume that the original one is still with the audio tapes, but I guess you're going to have to go somewhere to actually start the second storyline with the NPCs. I really wanted to see that. I'm excited for that. They did have a battle royale mode, and I was like, for real, Fallout? They were like, you damn right, we're gonna have a battle royale mode on Fallout. I was like, okay. I'm not a battle royale fan, but I am intrigued to see what it looked like. So, and these updates are free. If you bought the game, it's not like, if you want NPCs in the game, it's gonna cost you $15. No, these are free updates, and I'm ready to see what they're gonna do.
So you back on board pretty much?
A little bit. I got my toe in it.
Yeah. That was quick.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was so mad last year.
Yes, she went off last year. So.
Because
I want to try it though. Like I wanted to try it from jump, but I feel like we're kind of in a culture now where you just don't buy stuff day one anymore. Like you just don't. you have to like really weigh in. Okay, is this game really bringing what it's promising, or is it not? And I hate that we're kind of in that type of culture, but I mean that's what it is. Now you have to kind of, like you said, dip your toe in it, make sure it's what you want before you run off into the sunset.
I didn't get $80 worth. I need to feel $80. Yeah, I need to feel them $80 that I spent on Fallout 7. I don't even feel like it ain't even $10 right now. But but with them updates, it makes me want to like, okay, let me go start the game over and start frizzity fresh, brand new, and see what it offers. And if they do what they need to do, if they, are successful of what they did with those updates to my satisfaction, then I'm good in the hood. I mean, just because Fallout, I'm very, emotional when it comes to what I like and what's my favorites and what interests me. So I give them a chance. I will give them a chance, But did you hear?
Boogie spent $200. Good Lord.
Well, speaking of that, Boogie, I read something last night that said they're finna start sending out the new bags that y'all supposed to have got last year.
Man, stop.
Come on, Todd.
They feel it. Hey, so when you get your bag, you let us know.
What about Doom Eternal? That was
it was fun. I got my hands on it. That's the old. I've never played the more recent ones. I think what they were one last year, but I used to watch my dad play the old school Doom all the time. That's where it started for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go give it a try this year, and it's just as stressful and scary as I remember.
Okay. Well, let me see what else. I'm trying to think what else games interest. There was a couple of JRPGs.
Of course.
They had Final Fantasy Star.
Y'all don't want to get me started on that because I'm trying to be calm. I don't want to get
okay. Well, let's talk about it.
Okay. Well, of course, then Fantasy Star Online.
Yes.
2. It has been out in Japan now. How many years, Delilah?
Since 2012 or something? Yeah. Since 2012. Yeah.
It has been out, and it has never it's on PlayStation 4, which is hilarious to me that it's coming out here on Xbox. I wonder how much money he had to switch hands for that shit. But hey, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. Now, honestly, I would have bought a PlayStation 4 for Fantasy Star Online.
You lying?
If they'd have...
Oh, you lying?
I am not. I would have bought it.
I don't believe
y'all know what? I want to spend money on that.
So listen, for Charisse to be such a big RPG fan, for her to not have a PlayStation 4 is criminal.
Honestly,
it's criminal.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I do agree.
I just refuse to buy. I'm gonna buy some off some parents selling on the corner. A Fantasy Star Online, if y'all, that's my game. I played that in college.
Yes, you and I both.
I miss classes playing this damn game. Don't tell my mother.
She probably
she probably do. But the storyline, the action, this is an action RPG. It was honestly one of the best games I've ever played. And I cannot wait to get this game. I hope they do a beta. I'm doing it. They do an alpha. I'm in there. I don't care. I'm in there. It's a day one buy. And plus it's free. And it's coming with all the expansions and the DLC that has already been released over there. We're getting it day one. I'm in. I'm all in.
Yeah, so let me explain it. So I've actually played this game because I actually downloaded the US patch for PC and actually did the Sega import in order to play it. And it's really
and y'all
good.
Talk about me.
It's really good. Once you get all the English patches in place, it's playable. But some things you still have to kind of finagle just to kind of get around because things are still in Japanese. So this is great that it's finally coming to the United States, and I'm surprised. I'm just as surprised as anybody else for it to be coming to Xbox, because normally we all know Xbox normally don't get these games. So shout out to them for cutting a deal or whatever they had to do to get this, because it takes me back to that old school when we was playing it back in college, squadding up and going dungeons after dungeons and stuff like that. It's definitely a throwback. So I'm looking forward to it when it drops.
I'm going ahead and let y'all know if y'all need a healer. I'm your girl. I'm going ahead and let you know. I will heal your party and I will take care of you. And then on that, then Tales of Arise, the new Tales game.
Yes.
That was gorgeous.
That one that had the dude from who wrote Game of Thrones. What was his name? And From Software.
George R.R. Martin.
Elden
Ring. That's it.
Yes. I need to look at that because it's also from Software. And and if it's like Dark Souls and all that, I'm gonna bypass the hard left. That's a hard enough. I can do it. It looks pretty though. It seems interesting, but I need to see gameplay. Like I can't with that one. I'm not gonna break controllers over this.
Speaking of controllers, y'all checked out that Elite, the new Elite.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
Series 2, yeah.
That's okay, because I'm gonna get that Elite controller with that new Xbox. Cause look. This is my thought. I'm gonna get the Elite controller. I'm gonna get that Project Scarlet, and I'm gonna get that Halo Infinite, and it's gonna be down.
Yeah, I hope they bundle it. Like, I would love to get the, you pay for the most expensive package, with the Scarlet, and then you get the Elite controller with it. That'd be
awesome.
Yeah.
But they're definitely gonna have a Halo Infinite bundle.
You already know. At least in day and date, so.
And fall 2020, holiday 2020, right?
Yeah.
That's where that's my birthday. That'll be a great birthday present for me next year.
Yeah, she throwing hints, y'all.
Yeah, I hear it, right?
Throwing hints.
I'm just saying for myself, I can, after TwitchCon, I can save up, it's like, ain't nothing wrong with like putting like $50 or $100 to the side.
Yeah.
And just wait and just hold it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta have discipline, because not everybody can like afford a $500 console off the swing of the hat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There are layaway plans. And if you can't do a layaway plan, you're just gonna have to have hella discipline. You're gonna have to be eating ramen noodles for a while. But if you want what you want, I think you gotta just go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you want what you want, you're right. I mean, gaming is an expensive habit, so you kind of know what you're getting into from jump.
Yeah.
Like, typically, most people who play a lot or get the games, stuff like that, you know how expensive these things are, so you're gonna plan accordingly anyway. This ain't no new ride. You know what I mean? This ain't our first rodeo. So.
What about the Google Stadia? Is that the Stadia?
Stadia. Wait, no. What's the
xCloud? Did y'all try that? I got to try it.
I did.
It looked nice.
What'd you think, MadQueen?
They had me playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, so I was more focused on running from that man.
Yes, but how did it feel like you was playing on console?
Well, it was really smooth. Real good I was able to run from the man. So, no, I mean, it was really smooth, but it's a controlled environment. They told me that the data center was about 300 miles away. So I'm assuming it's somewhere here in California. And, I mean, it's a controlled environment. 300 and something miles away is not that far. I'd like to see, once it goes live, how many data centers are they going to have? How are they going to support the East Coast, which is, I think, is more dense than the West Coast. So it's all about how they do it. Microsoft in general, for my work, we have a few Microsoft Cloud servers, and we're supported heavily at my job. We need it. We have like 14 offices across the United States. So I hope it's something like that would also apply to the xCloud. But it's transferring a different type of data. When you're dealing with video games, you need
that
speed.
Instant. Yeah, that instant.
You need instant, especially when it comes to multiplayer games. I played a single player game. I didn't go off with a hitch, and from what I can tell, it was mostly single player games over there. So, what does that say for multiplayer?
We
need to see more. We need to see more. That's my opinion on it. We just need to see more. They need to advertise how they're going to handle their data centers across the United States.
That's a great point. That's a great catch, because I didn't pick up on that when I was playing. I was able to try Halo Wars. I tried Gears of War. They had Gears of War 4 single player. They had Forza. I didn't try Forza, but they also had Halo. Not Halo. They had Halo, and they also had Hellblade. And I got to try all of those, and it was really good. Very responsive and everything. But I agree with you. I mean, they're gonna have to make sure that this thing works great. And I think that's why they announced that the console will be for the in-home. The console will be acting as like a server for xCloud in your home when it's local. And I thought that was a
Right.
brilliant announcement, because you know that in a controlled environment, when you're at home, it's going to work flawlessly. Now, when you're
Right.
traveling, you might have some issues. But
And that would be my point. Like, why would I not just go ahead and play my Xbox if I'm already at home?
Yeah.
I understand maybe dragging my tablet. And I did tell them, like, I was playing on the little phone and the big controller. I'm like, the controller bigger than the phone. This feels so weird. Like, looking at this little screen. He's like, yeah, most people play on their tablets, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, so I'll be able to have this on my Surface and take it where I want to take it. You know, I'm not so much concerned of playing on my tablet at home, while it would be nice to kind of curl up in bed and play something a little low key. My big deal is being able to travel with it. I feel like that's the point of it being on the cloud.
Right.
So I want to see, you know, how they're going to handle people gaming mobilely, and how they're going to handle any latency or any issues when it comes to multiplayer, because you just can't have that when you're dealing with multiplayer games.
Right.
My question is, xCloud, when we was at the Bethesda show, they announced the technology, the Orion. What if which is supposed to reduce latency in online streaming and all that? How would that help out xCloud?
What do you mean? Like,
it's supposed to, like, the whole point, especially Stadia, like that lag and all that stuff right there.
Right.
Would that help, or would that like hinder? What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's going to be competition, because they're right now. I think both platforms are going to be fighting for who can have the best performance, right? So, like, right now, I think Xbox has like a 65 milliseconds, and then Stadia has like it has more than 65 is what I'm getting at, like 100 and plus, 120 something, like pretty much double the milliseconds amount of latency right now. So they're going to be competing for like who can do the best performance. I think Xbox is going to have a leg up here, because they already got the game library. Right now with Stadia, you don't know what games you're going to be able to get, what games are going to be there day one, and do you got to rebuy them? Like, that's the question. I know that with all the 600 plus games I got on Xbox, I'm likely going to play at least half of them. You know what I'm saying? Because of Game Pass. So that library is going to be with me, and I think that's what's going to allow Xbox to have like a leg up, at least initially, until the YouTube rollout, because YouTube is just massive.
Okay, on Google Stadia, when I got back from work yesterday, it was this dude. I ain't gonna name his name. He worked. He had an industry pass at E3, so we were chopping it up talking about E3. So I said, "What you think about that, Google?" Cuz he said it's DOA. I was like, you know what, cool.
I said DOA.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's like I feel like Google is always trying to take on some stuff that they have no business taking on. Y'all remember Google Glass?
Right.
It was like they
What
had
happened to Google
everybody
Glass?
Right. Exactly. What happened to it?
What happened to Google Plus? What happened to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they killed that.
They killed Google Plus in April.
Just stick to being master of search. Just stick to, you know, that everyone uses Google. Stick to that. Expand on that. We don't need you stepping into territory that you've never been in.
Ooh,
speak that.
Ooh, that's.
I mean,
okay. I see people. Yo, I hate for someone to spend like, what was it, $149 or $129 for the console, for the founders console or the exclusive shit, and ain't nothing to play with. I'll be so bad spending that much. And I hope that they bring a catalog to the because if they ain't, without a catalog, it's just plastic collecting dust.
All right.
Anything else? Like as far games?
Oh wait, we got one more. Then we're gonna go to our questions, our topics, real quick. What was something that you wanted to be shown that was not shown at E3?
The Last of Us 2. They tripping.
Yeah,
oh my gosh! Sony
was
tripping. Sony
Why?
They just had their 10-year anniversary like a couple of days ago.
Why? Yeah. About the trailer or something online or something, but yeah, when I found out that PlayStation wasn't going to be here, I was like, did I finish this game for no reason? I like really struggled last month to finish this game, because once I saw 2 was happening last E3, I was like, okay, let me do this. It's a great game. I love it. I need to finish it. Finished it. And now they're like MIA. They're not even going to do a PlayStation experience this year.
Like I thought that, yeah, I heard that too. But I also thought that the game was going to be coming out early next year. Like early next year. Like February.
And we're not going to do anything before then? Nothing?
Like, I don't know. We can only hope that I'm sure they'll do something. They have to. They still
They
compete,
got it.
right?
They're gonna do something at the Video Game Awards, man.
That's in December.
That's what they'll do something about it.
That's probably exactly when they'll do something. December. And XO is supposed to be in, what is XO? XO 19. They said it's gonna be in London this year. What? Let me look that up real quick.
Was that August?
Xbox said they're gonna have XO 19.
When does Gamescom happen? Maybe they'll do something then.
It's XO 19 is in November.
November.
Yeah.
They gotta do some.
Yeah, because I was talking to a few people on the show floor who works for Microsoft and things like that, and asked them certain questions. I was like, man, well, what happened? Why didn't they show Halo gameplay? Why didn't they show any Gears, like, you know, single player campaign gameplay? Dude was like, first of all, we don't want to spoil Gears because we're doing something really different with Gears, and we think that we want to do it our way and not get preset notions on what they're trying to do. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool, I understand that. I said, well, what about Halo though? Like, why you guys decided to show? He was like, well, everything you saw was in game, like the cutscene, the Halo cutscene. He was like, that was actually in game. It looks like a cutscene, but that was in engine, in game, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope, because it looks like a cutscene.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm like, that's cool. And I was like, so, you know, why are we not hearing about, like, I said, what happened to Fable? I was asking all kind of fanboy stuff, like, what happened to Fable and what happened to this? You know, asking all these questions. They was like, well, you know, the way they're looking at it is E3 is going to be for things that's coming in the fall, you know what I mean? And then the XO conference or whatever, or presentation would be for what's coming after that, like the future. So that's pretty much how it was explained to me.
Okay. And I like that explanation too. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, Microsoft, you know, to me the conference was great. I feel like they could have showed more. Like, because to me E3 is such a big stage. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to get all eyes. You want to have all topics on you. Like I feel like this was a perfect opportunity to show some of that newer stuff that they probably holding to like some other showing or whatever, but they didn't. In that sense, they showed what only new thing we saw at the conference was like a ton of indies, and then like Bleeding Edge and a little bit of Halo, and that was pretty. And then the Gears multiplayer, but that was pretty much it, right? So it wasn't anything like kind of mind blowing, and not 90% of it was like third party. So it makes you wonder, like, okay, well, what else are they working on? They got all these studios, 15 of them, and a lot of them are split into multiple teams. So let's say 15 studios, divide them each by 2, that's 30 games. Where are these games at? Right. So
I like how your math there.
I
started digging deep, you know, trying to figure out, well, what's going on. You know, what you know, show us something. Like that's all gamers really want. We just want new games. We want great experiences. And a lot of us are older, so we see kiddie stuff and we're like, man, that's not for me, that's for my kids. You know what I mean? That's how we think of it. But you know, last time I checked, kids don't write checks. Kids do not pay bills. So we want stuff to escape. You know what I mean? But plain and simple. And so when I saw that was my judgment as far as the Microsoft press conference. So I'm hoping that on XO 19 they show something that, you know, set the future up and like get people understanding. Look, yo, you know, we're still understanding who our audience is, because I really feel like Battletoads, man, that game wasn't made for me. Like, to go back to that, my bad.
Damn. I wished, for me, with Microsoft, I wish they would have showed some gameplay of that Minecraft dungeon game.
They did. They showed gameplay of Minecraft Dungeons.
At the experience though, like playable, like a playable demo.
It was. They had it playable. It was there. You could have.
It was where, man. Where?
Apparently she missed it.
She missed it. It was if you go on the stage, if you go to the far far back, towards the right, it was there.
Oh damn! I missed it. Yeah. I missed it. Never mind. Yeah, talking all that shit.
Yeah.
Never mind. Is that anything else?
Yeah. Me, I'm still about Fable. I'm mad I didn't see Fable. I'm always gonna be mad when I don't see Fable.
And they better give us Fable. They didn't give us Scalebound. They better give us Fable.
Yeah, let's not talk about that one either. I'm still hurt. What about you, MadQueen? What you wanted to see that you didn't see? That wasn't really announced.
To have more of a look at Starfield from Bethesda. They brought it up last year, and to me, what it looked like is kind of like a space traveling version of maybe Fallout or Skyrim, a single player game. And I was ready for that. I was ready to see another single player game from them outside of the Elder Scrolls IP. And yeah, crickets. Word on the street is they're hiring voice actors and things like that. But, you know, new trailer, you know, something, flash of the screen, it's the Starfield, you know, anything. I was really interested in seeing what they were going to do for it. But
Wait,
crickets.
So just to be clear, like Starfield is basically like Mass Effect, but made by them, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still take it.
I'm searching for that Mass Effect void filler, hoping that Cyberpunk can kind of do something, but it's still not space travel. So Starfield was going to be the next best thing for me.
All right. Okay. Last but not least, as everybody knows, Sony was not there today. At the conference. So of course, everybody on Twitter and E3 is over, E3 is done, nobody wants to be E3 anymore. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Sony not being there actually made a difference, or it's E3, it's going to happen anyway?
Let me. For me, it didn't make a difference for me as an attendee, because it wasn't like, oh, they didn't show up and they didn't call and they didn't show up. We knew they wasn't going to show up. What bothered me for the actual convention, they probably lost some money. They lost money this year because they didn't have them there. So, is it dying? It didn't bother me one bit that Sony wasn't there, because, like I said, I was aware, and I dealt with that. It didn't stop me from having fun. It didn't stop me from playing the games that I truly wanted to play, because they was already there. You know what I mean? So, E3 dying, I think next year's E3 is going to be more popping. It's going to be more popping because they're going to come back, and they're going to be overcrowded. So I'm glad that I had a little bit of breathing room this year. If there's people that went there and complained that it was dead because Sony wasn't there, but you realize that you knew they were not going to be there when you bought your plane ticket, when you spend the money or got your credentials to go to E3. So don't act like you didn't notice, But it's E3 dying. No, as long as I got my friends and and they all excited to go, and I'll be excited to go, and we can all hang out. E3 is just icing on the cake to me.
Yeah, I agree. I said this before we went out there. It's like, that's what E3 is for me. It's more hanging out with people, talking about games, enjoying, time with people that you play games with normally throughout the year. Like, that's how I look at it. As far as Sony not being there, yeah, you could definitely tell that something was missing. It felt a little bit off, especially when you walk on the show floor, you're not seeing this huge blue presence on the floor. So it's noticeable, definitely. And also, like, the lines, the lines felt a little bit more spread out. Everything was a little bit more easier to walk around, that doesn't hurt anybody. But yeah, it was felt. I mean, I definitely say it was felt. I just feel like it wasn't the be all end all. And I don't think it's like E3 is dying. I think it's going to be a wake up call for the ESA, which is the people that puts the show on, that they need to really cut the prices. And I think that's where it comes down to. A lot of these publishers are pulling out of the convention because they feel like they're not getting their return for their investment. It costs millions to post a booth up at the convention center, and these big publishers feel like, man, we could spend less than that and have our own show. And that's why you have Microsoft like, man, we own the building next door. Let's just use that. So, I mean, seriously, like, they used to be in the Gala Center year after year, and they end up moving to their own building. So, and same thing for EA. They get a place in Hollywood that's cheaper. So, they're just doing what most people do when you're trying to save money. Like, if you're going to find a cheaper deal, you're going to take it. And it's just business. And so to me, I feel like the ESA is going to have to learn from this and figure out how to adjust prices to bring those publishers back. That's the only way they're going to be able to fix it. So yeah, but I think participation is still going to be pretty high. They still had great numbers according to the ESA. I mean, they didn't release official numbers, but they said they had great turnout, great numbers. So by it being dead, I don't think so. By no means. So.
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. PlayStation just didn't want to drop that check for being there. And I also think maybe they might be preparing for next gen. Maybe they just didn't want to show up and waste the time when they knew that they would still need to announce stuff later. So, yeah, and show the same games over when they can just wait when they have their new stuff ready and ready to present. As far as my experience, it didn't really hurt my experience, and I don't think E3 is dying. I just think, like Delilah said, these publishers and developers are finding out other ways to present themselves without needing to pay E3 all that money. So the pros and cons to PlayStation not being there, you know, the lines were not as bad as they were last year. It wasn't as congested. The con was, you know, yeah, their presence wasn't felt. I was really hoping to see and maybe even play The Last of Us 2 or at least see a demo. But otherwise, you know, it is what it is. I think if Nintendo dropped out or something like that, I think that would be hurt. I think that would hurt E3 more than anything. But PlayStation, I feel like nobody really missed it.
All right.
Okay then. Anything else we want to say, ladies, before we move on to questions?
Fuck your kills. All right. All right.
At least don't order the stripper and grits, people. Order the ribs.
Ribs and fries. That's it. Just get the ribs and fries. Stay
and the fried green tomatoes.
Be focused. Be focused. Ribs and
fries.
All right. I can start fishing for questions now.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Super Cooper, thank you for stopping by. We just answered your question. Got a chat. Duty calls. Do you think E3 is dying? Great show, gamers. Okay. We already answered that question for you. Let me dig a little bit more down here. All right. Wait. Let me go up a little bit. I just missed it. Jazzy Noob, you asked us a question about who's going to E3 2020. It is set for June 9th through the 11th. And the Xbox briefing will be June 7th, I think. Man, I gotta be alive, bruh. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here on this earth. But if I can, I'll try. It did not deter me from not trying to go back. You know, I don't mind going to E3. It's always fun for me. Maybe for me.
I'm going.
A maybe.
Nah, if you're gonna be there for 2 days, Charisse.
I was there for like 4 people. 4 days.
Really. No, you weren't.
No,
barely.
It was barely.
Saturday you got there late, and then you missed the entire Welcome to E3 party, and you also missed Tuesday. So all of Tuesday pretty much.
So you need more days.
So fam, you was there Sunday, Monday night, boom, 2 days, boom. Don't even do that.
Boom, blackout towel.
Right. Don't do that. So as far as me, I can't answer that question right now.
Okay, that's cool. We can respect that. All right. When boredom set in, what's up, Family Tree? Shout out to the 415 in the building. Shout out to the Tenderloin District. Hi. Hey. With Destiny 2 expansion, Shadowkeeps. With the Destiny 2 expansion, Shadowkeeps, it seems that Bungie is going back to the sci-fi horror as a theme. Do you think sci-fi horror is one of Destiny's strong points? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Destiny scary?
The first one had it scary, but it was more darker than what the original one is. When you had the darkness and the light and all that, it was more. They had the sci-fi overtone, a little bit of horror. Destiny 2 kind of scaled back on it because they were trying to open it up to more to everybody and stop being more of a casual game instead of more of a hardcore. So I'm hoping it does bring in some more of the horror and sci-fi elements, even those. Like the moon creeped me out, so I'm happy to go back.
Okay.
I want to piggyback on this question real quick. So, how do you guys feel about Destiny 2 free to play?
Good.
Yeah.
Made me waste $100, but thank you though.
Yeah, no comment. At least I wish we could get a discount on the new expansion that's coming out, but I'm still gonna have to pay like $40 for it.
I'm not paying for no more expansions, fam. I'm gonna have to wait and play them because I feel like how the way they did it was a little deceitful. Because I knew if I'm thinking if you're gonna spend over $100, I'm thinking you're gonna get everything, not was that Osiris one that was trash, and then the one with Cade Forsaken. You gave me one trash DLC and one fire DLC, and then that was it. Now I have to like spend more money than $100. I'm good, fam. I only do that with Call of Duty, and I ain't been doing that and I ain't even spend that much money on Call of Duty for the last couple of years. So, will I go back? Maybe. It depends. Might do some multiplayer shit, but apparently they should have did that in the beginning. They would have probably been more successful.
But see, there was that Activision back then, so now she's Bungie on their own.
Well, that's a good tactic for them to do. So, yeah. Let me see. Let me check the next questions. Shout outs to 19 people still watching us. Let me just take a look, because I just stopped at the first question and I have to. Okay, I got a question from Grown Women Gaming. That's probably LBOOGIE. Question: you ladies think xCloud will be free? Didn't it say it was gonna be for free for the people that own Xbox?
I thought for the people that had Game Pass.
Oh, people that got Game Pass.
I don't know. Oh,
yes,
I don't know.
Actually, that question is from Cyber Gunter. I just put it that way so that we can read it. It was like, do you ladies think xCloud will be free? No, I don't think xCloud's gonna be free.
It should be.
I don't think so.
For people that own Xbox should have at least a discount or something.
If you have gold and if you have Ultimate, I think it should be.
All right. Let me see. Next question.
It would be a nice incentive to get gold and get Ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I saw one. Where was it? Give me a second, guys. My bad. Here it is. Mitchie dies a lot. Thank you for your question. Have you ever heard of E3 might be moving to different cities in the future? Yo, fam, I need E3 to come to San Francisco. I just need. I need to come
out east.
You know they won't.
That's exactly what I need.
They
not
won't.
Anymore. Oh, not anymore.
Anyway, I need them. San Francisco is, I don't know how expensive between San Francisco and the Bay Area. We do have convention centers. I wish if E3 is in San Francisco, it'll be great. It'll be so good. I don't have to do nothing but catch the bus to the convention center. But I think that's what the future might be for E3 if they want them to survive. Because eventually, even veteran E3 people that goes every year, they're going to be tired of going to that convention center every year. And they want to see something new. Because nobody going to, like Delilah said, that they got to do something with them prices. Because ain't nobody going to continue to go to E3, maybe 5, 6, 7 years in a row for $250 a pop or to $1,000 for certain people to go see the same convention every year. I'll be tired of it. I'm not tired yet, but I will be, you know? But
is Gamescom held in the same place in Germany every year, or do they switch it up?
I don't know. I do not know.
I think it's the same place. What is it? Copenhagen? No.
I'm not sure, but I'll find out though.
I'm gonna go to PAX too. Jazzy, PAX is getting bigger because of it. Yeah.
We was thinking PAX. I'd rather next year I'll go to PAX if I go to instead of E3, because at least with PAX we can all get tickets to go, and we don't have to be so split up, I guess. But people saying PAX South is popping in Austin. Is it in Austin? Yes.
Texas.
Oh, please don't.
Seattle. That's close up to you. Lady.
Am I boring? I know I bored somebody because I heard somebody yawn. Who I'm
boring?
Oh,
it's me. I'm sorry.
Damn, I'm boring you. Damn.
No. My daughter's soccer game today, so I had to get up early and go get like these snacks and stuff and blah. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm still recovering. Give me a break.
Okay, that's okay. I think I don't have any more questions. Let me take a look. One more one down through these questions through this chat to see if I see any questions. I guess that's it. No more questions.
All right. If we're all done with our questions, all right, everybody, make sure to hit that like button and share this podcast out so we can get more people in here to chat with us. But ladies, let's hit them with them outros. First up, we're gonna go out with our guest, Mad Queen.
Okay. Okay, that's right. I'm your girl, MadQueen88. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter at MadQueen88. I also stream to Twitch, MadQueen88. But be sure to check out my YouTube in the next coming days. I'm going to be dropping some of my own E3 recaps. And if you are a sub to my channel and you leave a comment or like the recap videos, you get a chance to be entered for a E3 care package of all the merch that I picked up. And included in each one of these care packages, you will receive a Grown Woman Gaming wristband with their information on there. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
All right, Miss Lady.
I want to thank everyone that stopped by today. We had a great experience, and we can be able to share it with you guys. It's Lady 415 on almost all platforms now. I just have to change my Twitter handle to 415 when I figure it out. Remember, we're gonna do we have next month is Fly in July celebration. This is the 4th year since we started this thing, and I think we've grown a lot, and I'm liking how we going with this. We're planning 2 giveaways pretty soon. I'm just searching through the swag. I'll be honest with you, fam. I got the swag bag from FanFest, but to be honest with you, I only kept the headphones and like the codes, like the game codes and stuff like that. But like the water bottles, the T-shirts, the Battletoad foam, the pens, probably Xbox Ultimate. I'm gonna put them in the pockets of one of the FanFest backpack and the Mixer backpack. One giveaway will be for the people at Twitter, and one will be the bigger backpack will be for everyone else. Just be active, be open, support, and much love to every one of you guys up in here every Saturday. And the new people, welcome for joining us. And Mad Queen, it's always a motherfucking pleasure to have you, and thank you for coming through with your time.
Absolutely. Great time.
Yes.
I love hanging out with you ladies after E3.
Definitely thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. It was fun hanging out with you and whatnot. So as far as my outro, you guys know you can catch me on Twitter, DELILAH_HD. I'll be having several giveaways of my own. I got several codes for like Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm going to give away a 12-month subscription to Game Pass. So stay tuned for that. And so yeah, just follow me on Twitter. And matter of fact, everybody who's been in the chat today, I'm going to go ahead and enter your names into the random drawing. So if you was in part of the discussion, if you posted anything in the chat, don't worry, your name's already going to be entered in, and I'll be making that announcement pretty soon.
Sweet. All right, of course, you know, it's your girl CHAREECE here. You can find me on Twitter, Mixer, all that CHAREECE, CHARRCE. And I just do randoms. I just post stuff every once in a while in the middle of the night. So if you're up around 1 in the morning, check it out. But yes, I hope everybody has a great afternoon, rest of the day. Catch you on these gamings, hopefully. Yes, I hope everybody has a good weekend. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank y'all for tweeting with us this week while we were out in California. Thank y'all for chilling with us. And we'll see y'all next week.